Each Sunday we recite the Nicene Creed together during Mass, and we state that we believe in one God, the Father Almighty, maker of heaven and earth, of all things visible and invisible. As God is the creator of all things that exist, there are those things of the material, visible world of earth, and there are those things of the immaterial, invisible things of heaven. Something of the heavenly realm that is generally invisible to us on earth are angels. These heavenly creatures fascinate our world, where we find all kinds of books, TV programs, movies, pictures, decorations, and even toys about angels. Nearly all people have heard of angels, or at least familiar with pictures of them in popular culture. Yet few perhaps actually understand the nature of these creatures and their relationship with us as human beings. When depicted in art or paintings, they are shown to have wings. But that isn't because angels really have wings at all. It's just been a way for the one viewing the painting or movie to know that who or what they see isn't a human person, but an angel. So what exactly is an angel? The English word angel comes from the Greek angelos, which means messenger. This actually reflects the job of an angel and their relationship with us as human beings. They're messengers from God. Angels are more properly referred to as spirits, for that is who they are. They're spirits. We as human beings are very different from angels, and it's important to realize that we are so different that when human beings die, we could never become an angel. Angels are as different from humans as animals are from us. One way to think about this is angels are spirits with no bodies. Monkeys, however, have bodies but no spirits. But we human beings, we have both. We have both bodies and spirits. Angels are at the very pinnacle of the order of God's creation. Their spiritual nature is closest to the image of God, and thus they have great power and intellect. We have come to know that angels exist by the testimony of Jesus and the writings of some of the biblical authors in Scripture, as well as through our tradition of our church. When angels choose to communicate with human beings, it is always by the will of God, and they serve as His messengers. While angels are strictly spirits, they can, when necessary, manifest themselves in bodily form when they wish to communicate with us. Hence the stories we may hear from time to time of people believing that they were visited by an angel. It was St. Thomas Aquinas who was the great theologian and scripture scholar who used a synthesis of philosophy and scripture called scholasticism to speculate on the nature, powers, and the ordering of the angels. Based on the readings of St. Paul's letter to the Colossians and the Ephesians, St. Thomas Aquinas surmised that the angels can be divided into 9 choirs, or 9 groups. Each choir has a distinct power and duty that sets it apart from the others. In the New Testament, 7 orders are mentioned: angels, archangels, principalities, powers, virtues, dominions, and thrones. While it is in the Old Testament, where it specifically mentions the 2 remaining and highest of the choirs, the cherubim and seraphim. Both the New Testament and the Old Testament refer also to the fallen angels. Just as having free will is a part of being human, angels were also given free will at the time they were created, and thus had the possibility to sin. And there are angels who did freely choose to sin. One angel known to have sinned was Satan, for reasons we can only speculate on. He was a cherub by nature and by his choir, and decided to selfishly seek and increase his own glory and power beyond the limits set by God. When he refused to submit to the will of God, he committed the first of all sins, the sin of pride. For this sin, Satan and other angels who sinned were expelled from heaven forever and denied the immediate vision of God. The temptation story of Adam and Eve that we all know so well presupposes the existence of such bad spirits or demons. This fact partially explains why belief in angels is a primary belief of the Catholic faith, because without the belief in angels, there is no possible explanation for the existence of evil in the good creation of God. This testifies that since the beginning of humanity's time on earth, the devil, Satan, also going by the name of Lucifer, who is immortal and powerful, but not all powerful like God, has been encouraging human beings to also reject their Creator. No human being has been spared this tempting, not even Jesus. But just as Jesus knew the experience of the devil's manipulating and tempting ways during his 40 days in the desert, trying to get him to sin, like he tempts all of us, Jesus also knew the powerful care of other holy angels sent by his Father to assist him in his time of need, and that is true for each of us as well. There are 2 days each year in our liturgical calendar when we celebrate the lives and the care of our heavenly angelic friends, which so have happened to have been this past week. As you know, on September 29th, we celebrated the Feast of the Archangels. From Scripture, we learn that there are 7 archangels that stand before the holy altar of God, but there are only 3 that we know by name because they are mentioned in Scripture, those being Michael, Gabriel, and Raphael, each of their stories telling us a different aspect of how God cares and loves us through his angels, where God defends us from evil, strengthens us in all situations, and God is there to heal us in our times of need. And then it's on October 2nd when we celebrated the Feast of the Guardian Angels, as we celebrate the day and remember how each of us has been given by God an angel to watch over us and help us as we each journey through our life here on earth with the hopes of making it to heaven.